Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. It's Thursday, September 11th. Yesterday, Nueces County Judge Connie Scott and County Commissioners Court approved a $130 million general fund budget for 2025-26. Alongside it, commissioners voted to adopt the 2025 tax roll, which includes a 7.59% increase in the county's tax rate. Nueces County Interim Auditor Constance Sanchez spoke to KIII News about some of the developments.
We're proposing a $130 million general fund budget for Nueces County and also a tax rate of about 28.9 cents. And this is about 2 cents higher than the prior year's tax rate, which will generate close to $11 million. Now, the Commissioners Court and the County Judge have identified some priorities, which mainly include personnel. It includes the law enforcement, civilians, and our judicial personnel as well.
Commissioners also set aside $6 million for contingency funds. Earlier this week, Corpus Christi City Council voted to hire independent counsel to investigate allegations of fraud related to Homewood Suites and an alleged doctoring of FEMA documents related to Ajit David's lawsuit against the city. Council approved spending up to $400,000 on independent counsel to handle allegations of fraud and protect public trust, voting 4-1 in favor of that decision. On another item, City Council awarded an over $1 million construction contract for a perimeter fencing project at Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. The contract is funded through the Defense Economic Adjustment Assistance Grant Program. The project will replace over 13,000 linear feet of deteriorated fencing and one gate affected by the coastal marine environment. The project will not impact the city's general fund. Construction is scheduled to begin next month with expected completion in May. This past Tuesday, the Beeville City Council voted unanimously to appoint Assistant City Manager Daniel Dorgan as interim city manager following the resignation and retirement of John Benson. Since joining Beeville's administration last year, Dorgan has been a key component in the city's efforts to secure a new water source, in addition to his experience in municipal finance and administration. The countdown to the demolition of the Old Harbor Bridge is underway, and Texas State Aquarium is taking precautions to protect both visitors and animals during the demolition. Aquarium President and CEO Jesse Gilbert told KIII News the organization has been planning for more than a year.
This is no different really than a hurricane. When demolition starts, we'll actually move the dolphins out of the way. They're really prone to dust, so we just want to get them out of here.
The bridge's main span is expected to be lowered this fall, temporarily closing the ship channel. Full removal is expected by late spring. Gilbert told KIII the aquarium's 4 dolphins will be temporarily located to its wildlife rescue center across the parking lot, and shows will be paused until they return. Staff will also monitor noise and dust impacts on other animals. The University of Houston Victoria is now officially Texas A&M University Victoria. Joe Michael speaks with interim president Jim Nelson about what this means for students, faculty, and the community of Victoria.
The University of Houston Victoria has transitioned into Texas A&M University Victoria. Texas A&M University Victoria will continue to be a regional academic and business hub for students looking to improve themselves in surrounding areas. According to interim president Jim Nelson,
Texas A&M University system, really rural universities with all our regionals, with West Texas A&M out in Canyon, Texarkana, Kingsville, Corpus Christi, more the rural side. Even Flagship, is in a rural area. The Bryan College Station is not a Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex by any stretch of the imagination. So I think an alignment of the regional needs, with that overall flavor of the A&M system is very, very good. So that's going to help. The other piece of the change coming in is one of them from the student standpoint is going to be the PSA program. The students here in Victoria who apply to the flagship and do not get into the flagship but are very highly qualified students will be given the opportunity to participate in the PSA program, which they go to one of the regionals, hopefully with us, take a certain number of semester credit hours, get a certain GPA, and they can be then admitted to the flagship.
Texas A&M University Victoria is set on providing degree programs to augment the regional workforce when, in the fall of 27, engineering will be offered, and in the fall of 26, agribusiness degrees will be in the College of Business Administration. Other changes are coming as well.
The other one that's coming, which will also be really implemented in fall of 26, is the aviation degree program, Bachelor of Science in Aviation Science. There's going to be 2 tracks within that. One is the aviation management track, where they can work for corporate flight departments, the airlines and logistics and scheduling. They can work for small airports. The other track is the professional pilot side, where the students will go through, obtain their FAA certificates, and on graduation of the bachelor's degree and the ability to go work for corporate flight departments. They can work for the agencies. They can be in the process of building time to get on with the airlines.
Big changes are coming to Texas A&M University Victoria, but it will be with the same faculty and students, just with more degree choices and some more students from the region.
Probably the thing I'm most excited about is that we're really making A&M Victoria our university. Now, by that, I mean the whole Victoria region, it's that 10-county region. It's, working with the community, with the campus community, is becoming our university, and I think that is very, very exciting.
This is Joe Smichael, KEDT News.
In Wharton County, firefighters responded to a large blaze yesterday morning at the Maximum Egg Farm on FM 442 between Bowling and Lane City. The Wharton Volunteer Fire Department and multiple crews were called to the scene. Wharton police deployed drones to help emergency teams get an aerial view. Officials told 25 News Now the main flames are under control and extinguished, but they urged the public to avoid the area while investigation continues. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined, and it is unconfirmed if anyone was injured. The Edcouch Elsa School District's new superintendent, who is married to the board's vice president, will be paid $235,000 with an automatic 3% increase to her salary every year. The school board recently approved the contract for Sandra Ochoa, as reported by myrgv.com. Sandra Ochoa is married to Ricardo Ochoa, the school board's vice president. The only dissenting vote from August 25th was from board member Norma Linda Pena, who has consistently voted against appointing Ochoa as interim superintendent and as lone finalist. According to the district's Facebook page, Sandra Ochoa is a graduate of Edcouch Elsa High School and has spent her entire professional career at the district. She recently served as the assistant superintendent before being named as interim superintendent in May. In the Rio Grande Valley, the Region 15 Flood Planning Group is hoping to find solutions and funding to flooding issues. It was created by the Texas Water Development Board. The group held a public meeting yesterday afternoon at Weslaco City Hall. Feedback will also help Region 15 improve its current flood risk maps. In state news, yesterday, Governor Greg Abbott issued an executive order on THC. The order mandates Texas put in age restrictions for the purchase of consumable hemp products containing THC. This comes after the governor's veto earlier this year of legislation that would have banned the products outright. The Texas Newsroom's Blaze Gainey reports.
Abbott's move may be the final word in a months-long back and forth between the governor and lawmakers, especially Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who's waged war on THC consumables for over a year. After state lawmakers failed to get a bill to Abbott's desk this summer, the governor decided to handle THC regulation on his own, upping the age to purchase to 21. Nick Mortellaro is a chemical engineer who owns retail hemp stores in Texas. He agrees with the executive order's age requirements, but doesn't think it'll make a huge difference.
This is kind of an administrative change to make it official and give enforcement agencies power for if there are bad actors out there that are not checking ID. Well, now it's actually a crime and they can be prosecuted for that.
Rules and enforcement will be taken on by the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission and the Department of State Health Services. I'm Blaze Gainey in Austin.
Planned Parenthood is among the expected cuts listed in the One Big Beautiful Bill, which aims to block federal funds through Medicaid from going to certain nonprofit reproductive health providers for a year. Among those affected is Planned Parenthood, which has over 600 clinics in 48 states. Dr. Mark Caswan, a political science professor at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, explained to the Monitor News that this particular section of the bill was designed to prevent funding for Planned Parenthood. This isn't the first time government officials have held funding from the nonprofit. According to Laura Terrell, president and CEO of Planned Parenthood South Texas, she said that affiliates in Texas have been already kicked out of Medicaid by Texas lawmakers and have been banned from providing abortion care after the state ruled abortions illegal. Although the current budget cuts to Medicaid in the bill does not necessarily impact those in Texas, Terrell explained that it impacts the services that their patients can receive outside of the state should they need it. As we reflect on the September 11 terror attacks, volunteers with the Field of Honor crew in Victoria have placed flags to honor the lives lost. Because the flags cannot be lowered to half staff, each one carries a black ribbon as a symbol of remembrance. In all, 50 flags in the field will remain on display through October 14th. And yesterday, more than 150 participants filled the streets of downtown Corpus Christi in the Bay Area yesterday evening for a memorial run honoring victims, survivors, and first responders. Participants joined in for 2-mile and 5K routes. The run was hosted by the Downtown Management District and AEP Texas. Organizers told KRAS 6 News the goal was not only to honor lives lost, but also to celebrate unity and resilience for our country. And in sports, the Corpus Christi Hooks cannot hold back a ninth-inning rally from the Wichita Wind Surge last night, falling 2-1. Harry Gint sailed a homer over the left field bullpen to tie the game. Nick Swanson was saddled with a no decision despite striking out 8 against 4 hits and 2 walks over 5.2 scoreless innings. Series continues with First Responders Night tonight at Whataburger Field. This has been South Texas Midday. Coming up, a live performance at the Grace Dobson Studio from Dr. Joachim Reinhuber, and Spencer Chehawk interviews All Things Considered host Mary Louise Kelly about her new podcast, Sources and Methods. All this, your community arts calendar, and more is on the way.